So I co-produced on the record. Yeah. So shout out to Kevin Randolph from The Shot, actually. Kevin Randolph actually had some drums already. And I was like, that's hard. He was like, Kev, put what you would do over it. And I was like, you know what? What if I take this more like classical, kind of like Baroque kind of thing and then sing R&B over it, which gives it this dark undertone. I was like, I need those dark undertones with these drums. And so it really came together. Like the demo like felt good. I sent it to him, and then he literally like after that point he really transformed it and like added this crazy 808 to it and like certain effects. You know what I mean? So it was really a great partnership and a really fun experience for us to craft out Switching Sides for sure. I knew that it was like one of those joints that I was like, okay, this is a vibe. And I was like, regardless of how people take it or whatever, I was like, I'm a rock to this. But people received it well for sure. Because I didn't know too many producers when I started off. So I knew that I could play a little bit of keys at that point. So I would just like really craft out as much as possible. Like just and then go and sing over it. And then after a while, hanging around producers and producers giving you sounds, right? And you start to create a library for yourself. And then over time, you be like, damn, like when I think a Long Song Away, people got to really remind me. It's like, yo, you wrote and produced that. And it's like, oh yeah, I do own 100% of this record. But because I've looked at myself as a singer-songwriter for so long, that it really took my co-executive producer, shout out to Jaron Spruill, for him to be like, Kevin, you're a producer. Like, you got to add that to your /2 because now you're selling yourself short. Like, you can't pretend like you don't be in here, like really adding on to these records or creating the records from birth, and then you're passing it along to us, and then you come back and still finish it off. And so I was like, you're right. So now more than ever, I've definitely taken this production thing a lot more serious as it pertains to saying for my music, but then also to be a producer that is okay with not knowing everything and feeling like a young producer. You know what I mean? So like when, you know how you just throw sounds and it's just dope ideas, but it may not be like pristine or well crafted yet. I feel like that kind of energy. Like I feel that energy when I first started writing, where it's like I had potential, I had all of the ingredients, I just didn't know how to, mix it up yet. So for me as a producer, I'm like, we got some records coming out on a couple people. Shout out to Jaron again. There's an artist from Africa by the name of Nasty C, and we have a record that we co-produced, and so it's featuring Ari Lennox. That's actually coming out on Friday. So that record is crazy. It feels great. And it's another co-production under my belt, which is really awesome, man. All credit to Jaron Spruill, man, the co-exec. We was sitting there one day and he was like, man, why don't you like do more harmonies in your songs? Like what you do in your mashups. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't think people really appreciate it. He's like, well, you don't know until you actually do it. So I'm like, all right, well, let's try on this interlude. Let's try it on here. And then as we, we're going throughout the project and, you listen and you're like, okay, something sounds a little empty right here. Let me add some more backgrounds right here, some harmonies or whatever. But mashups have definitely taught me, a formula. Nostalgia is very important to people. They hold that near and dear. Timing, of everything and how things transition. I definitely learned transitioning, the mashups, and I applied that to the EPs and to the project to say, okay, how smooth can I make this? I want people to be confused at times and be like, damn, okay, wait, is this? Is this a different song? This is a different song. We're on a different track. You know what I mean? So, transitioning, adding more musicality, that's definitely something that I've taken from mashups and put it into, record form.